I don't know why we're spending so much time focusing on like where the relationship is going
When we know.
When we already know
To shit.
it's headed for the.
You're not allowed to be a victim now.
And
for
you're not
that.
allowed to keep using that. You got married to him knowing that. So at some level, if you didn't let that go, I don't want to hear about it anymore.
I don't care anymore. I don't feel bad for her.
I don't. And knowing that you were doing the same thing.
She's trying so hard to never let Kyle live it down, but he's going to move on and get over her, and she's going to be canceled out of all of it. Nobody does petty quite like New York.
Because why move on peacefully when you can spiral publicly?
Welcome to reality in 5D,
where the rent is criminal
and the brunches are hostile. Let's spill. Oh man, in the city.
It's interesting watching this, especially knowing that they filmed at the same time as Summer House. And it's like, we know what happened, but we're just like watching it in reverse.
It annoys the living piss out of me, if you want me to be honest.
Me as well.
Amanda, I mean, the new place, let's be real, the only time we're going to see it look like it looks now, empty and clean, is this moment. Take it in.
And it's still not empty or clean.
Yeah.
She still has all her stuff there. Well, not all, but like the stuff she couldn't fit.
And within the opening, like, minute, she makes that comment, not worried about some man bringing strangers home. Did you catch that? We're still in this timeline that we're working through it, but we're calling him some man.
Her husband. They're still married.
Mm-hmm.
Some man.
She was very messy the entire episode. She was very messy this episode on several occasions. The conversation with her dad.
Yes.
I clocked the dad coming to the realization what was going on in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And when he brought up the fact that when she pitched the idea to him originally, it felt like it was mutual. And she completely glazed over him doing that. And he's like, oh, yeah, it was a little different. And like completely deflects and goes into another conversation. Did you clock that?
Yeah, she even said she kind of strong-footed that one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm like, that's interesting because she's always kind of been that like submissive one. Like you can tell like some of his freakouts from like all his dinners were like her. They all stem from her in the background. And then she would just completely like detach and be like, whoa, where is this coming from?
Totally.
And you could totally tell that he felt like he was going to be backed up or supported, or like maybe he was being the voice for her. And then she would just leave him high and dry. Like she loves to humiliate him on some kind of level.
Yeah.
And all her problems, she blames him for every single one of them. It's kind of hard to pinpoint one single issue because it's like everything. She just like lists off everything that he has to do that she doesn't like. And it's never anything. She's like, well, I'm working on myself. And it's like, well, what? I'm like, what? What are you working on?
Right.
Because all I hear you do is just complain about him all day long to anyone who will listen.
Well, and she's like, Kyle's been annoying. He's mad at the clutter. And he's mad that I didn't take everything in the first round and I have stuff there. And I'm like, yeah, girl, if you moved out, I don't want your shit lingering around, making a mess when the whole problem was that you were lazy and the apartment was a mess. I feel like, and she's already talked about issues with the apartment not fitting her stuff.
Yeah. When she was like, what am I supposed to do? Just bring it all here? I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, girl, you live there.
I feel like Jennifer Lawrence. What do you mean?
Sell the shit at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna need the money.
Yeah, it's because she doesn't deal with anything. But you know what? I've watched enough hoarders in my life to know that hoarding is a mental illness and it affects a lot of people, millions of people. And we have to keep that in mind that that is a mental illness, that she has a mental illness. And those type of people tend to, you know, kind of manipulate everyone around them. They like to play that victim card so that they can keep everything the way they want it. And
it makes sense. That's the kind of the role she's playing here. And you can tell she's a hoarder. Look at the apartment. Kyle has mentioned on social media that he couldn't have people over because he was embarrassed at the state of their apartment. I mean...
And it's easier to nitpick Kyle than to deal with your own demons or skeletons that you have in your closet. And you know what? She's in therapy with him, but I feel that they're in the wrong therapy, that they're not treating the actual illness that she has. And I feel for her and I hope she like gets well, but like also a lot of her issues stem from that and like what she's got going on.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle made the comment about her putting the clothes on the bed and was like, I'll move these later."
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years had gone by and she hadn't touched anything. And it sucks because he's stuck with the cleaning and like figuring out who's gonna move her stuff over there. You see him folding up her clothes. Like, how awkward
Well, and he
is
even said
that?
she didn't pack for forever and then packed everything the last minute.
And she was mad that he
But
didn't
not
help her
everything.
move.
Yeah.
That he was out all night processing the fact that his wife is moving out, and he's upset that she didn't help her move. So she's like beyond.
Yeah.
Beyond.
Yeah. I agree. It's getting to the point where it's hard to keep watching this. Like I don't know why we're spending so much time focusing on like where the relationship is going
When we know.
when we already know
To shit.
it's headed for the crapper.
Well, I mean, even when he's like, I'm on the phone, I was getting a $5 million check, and she's like, oh, good for you, and like doesn't care. Like, girl,
And expects him to care. So
you're getting divorced. You should be happy.
Yeah.
Like, any money's your money. Well, I don't know what their situation is. There is a prenup, right? Or I would hope. Is it too late for a prenup? Like Lindsay asked.
Right though. I'm surprised she didn't move to Jersey. Why is she still in New York? What does she have going on in New York besides filming that show that warrants her staying in New York in an apartment?
And I can't warrant her staying on the show.
Just to stay in that apartment all day long and rot with all your things? Well, half your things because the other are at your like husband's apartment in storage that you use as a storage. Even the dad was trying to be supportive of her, and he's like, well, you could just be like, let me get things settled and then I'll be back for some of my stuff. And even he knew damn well that she wasn't going to be back for any
No,
stuff.
and she even was like, about the cleaning issue. So like, this has been a problem for a long time.
Yeah. Kyle's always been kind of a like type A, like neat freak too. Remember at like Summer House, he would always be on it with like people cleaning up. He'd be up early. Like he kept that house spotless.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he was doing that for the show, I feel like, and controlling what he could because it wasn't his house that he had, the chaos he lived in.
Yeah.
And
even before they got together, though, he was like that.
When Amanda was like, he's been acting out for 10 years. Girl, you stayed.
Yeah.
You stayed through the cheating. You stayed through all of it. No, you're not allowed to be a victim now.
And you're not allowed to keep using that. You got married to him knowing that. So at some level, if you didn't let that go, I don't want to hear about it anymore.
I don't care anymore. I don't feel bad for her.
I don't. And knowing that you were doing the same thing.
She's trying so hard to never let Kyle live it down, but he's going to move on and get over her, and she's going to be canceled out of all of this. So,
yeah, for sure.
Also, let's talk about cancel. I don't know about Yvonne and Nick. I'm not a fan of them.
Me either. They're just not giving.
They're giving me the ick.
Ugh.
Like a vibe.
It's evocative of the ick.
Evocative of the ick. Yeah. No. I paused the screen. I was talking about this earlier, but I like paused the screen to do something and I came back and Nick was staring dead at me with those 11 lines. And I was like, that might be a serial killer. Allegedly.
We need like allegedly merchandise.
Allegedly.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I
allegedly
think he should get an appointment with Georgina, but that's another episode. So this episode they're actually getting married, right? And Hubs is going to be the witness.
Why did I think they were there to get the dogs married? I was kind of confused.
Because his suit was so corny.
I really thought
it was
they
giving
were
dog
like,
wedding.
Dog wedding, yeah.
Yeah. I did find it interesting. You remember when I was like, I know Yvonne's face from somewhere. Maybe she was on Summer House. She was Lindsay's bridal shower. Remember? They show her. She's the one who planned it, and she was like all close with Lindsay. And then you find out that Lindsay and Carl were engaged at the same time that Yvonne and Nick were engaged, and they went through everything together. And then Lindsay fell apart, but she never kind of let that bleed into what Yvonne and Nick were going through at the time. She didn't let it overshadow it. She like was happy for them. And Lindsay's a genuinely good person. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
I really like that. I feel like there wasn't enough Lindsay in this episode. But we do end up seeing their courthouse wedding.
And I really thought it was a dog wedding. I'm not gonna lie. When you said that, I was like, you know what? I was like, sure, it was a dog wedding. And then when she was like getting the paperwork, and that lady was like, not yet. I was like, oh yeah, typical DMV worker. And that's when I was like, wait a second, is this really for like their wedding? No.
I know. I was confused at first.
So that kind of confirmed that. Wow, interesting. Is that how courthouse weddings typically go, or is that just like the paperwork?
Well, I'm like sure that like half of that was left on the editing floor because they're so boring.
Yeah. Yeah, even that was lackluster. Them just sitting waiting, like,
The ovulation test with Lindsay and what is Andrea's wife? What's her name? I forget.
yeah. What is her name? Liz.
I don't remember.
Oh
There's so many of
gosh.
them at this point, but
Lexi and Andreas.
I just found it interesting because now we know that they've had a baby, and I'm gonna call it now. Yvonne is pregnant. We noticed as soon as they
Oh my
panned to
God,
the
totally.
interview screen, she totally has pregnancy face, and she's definitely got the. Which good for her. Happy for them. They still weird me out as a couple, but happy for them.
Did she like officially announce that? Because I saw that interview and that's when I was like, oh, girl is pregnant.
Oh, you think we ruined it? You think other people couldn't tell?
I don't know if she officially announced. It's on our story to tell. Allegedly.
Okay, yeah. Allegedly, she's pregnant.
But
Allegedly, she looks pregnant.
when they panned to her interview and her face and her boob said one thing, and then they showed her in that aisle, and I was like, oh, that was all the confirmation I needed.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
You heard it here first.
I hope I give a big congratulations.
Yeah, name the baby after us because we announced it for you. They hate us. It's fine. Speaking of,
Hate the network. They made you give that interview.
they made you.
And you were clearly like probably 30 weeks. Speaking of pregnant, is there anybody else we know that on that cast that is?
Danielle just had her baby 10 weeks early.
I heard.
Yeah, I hope the baby's okay. Sending all the like healing energy her way. Her segment was interesting, her package.
What about Danielle's package?
She's like having a hard time making room for Owen to move in. Did you notice that?
Yeah, all her clothes. What? But she had like a freestanding clothing rack. Couldn't you just get like another one of those?
She's giving Amanda level too.
Yeah. What is going on here?
I do find it interesting that he keeps telling her that the divorce is moving along, but like she doesn't really know. She's not really getting anything other than his word. And then the guys grill him on it.
Yeah.
And his face was like, shut up, like stop. You could tell. I don't know. There's something a little sketchy about Owen, but you know.
Does he have any plans to get divorced, do you think?
I don't know. I think that people are like don't realize how messy that can really be, you know?
Yeah, especially having a new baby.
A lot of times I don't think they have that conversation. You don't get into a marriage thinking you're going to get divorced and then boom, and you've built these things. So,
yeah, a whole life together.
Who knows? Who knows? But maybe that's why Lindsay's skeptical to sleep with Frank, the milkman.
Frank.
But then she also says he's the one who wants to take it slow. I don't know. Did you see the guy, the little old man in the wheelchair rolling around? He's like, free milk.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's like, I'm sorry, the grandpa's freaking me out.
What did they call him? The scooter scooter creeper or something?
Yeah. I could not. She gets burped on and scootered on the entire day. This is what you get in New York.
That's Lindsay, yeah.
That's New York.
She always, she must have those kind of vibes. People just like gravitate to her with the weirdest kind of energy. Let me just unload these random things on you.
The weirdest energy and the biggest unload of the episode was Kenny.
Oh God, don't even get me started.
And I'm not talking about his sparkless relationship with Whitney. That's her name, right? Because she's never really around except to sit there next to him when he like does interviews.
Like, beaming with joy around the corner, like sitting there, like listening, like trying to be all like coy about it.
Posed.
Yeah, I was like, "What's happening here? What are we?" Everything about that seemed very Hallmark. He must have grown up watching the Hallmark Channel. Or like
Produced for
Lifetime.
sure.
All of that. And it tugged at my heartstrings for like at first, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And then I was like, oh wait, you never lost touch with your father. He was always clearly there.
I know. They're like,
What?
yeah, like he's been missing for 25 years, except like I did visit you in London also, and we just kind of just stopped talking because you lived across the pond, but we weren't estranged. And I'm like, what? You hired a PI, but a simple Facebook search pulled him up. Like, pfft, I could have done that. You should have
Yeah.
hired me. It
The
felt
pictures that production was able to produce of them and all their, I almost said field trips, but like vacations.
it did feel like a field trip with the Queen's Guard.
He was like, oh, we left on good terms. He just had a family and I was there and I was here. And so what was all of the dramatics about again? Like,
The
why
crying
did you
and the
call? And like, she was like, we've been looking for you. Like, what?
you knew where he was. He's on Facebook
And you still had to
and
fly
reality
him over?
TV.
I don't know. It was very sus, is all I'm saying.
I would just hate for us to get to the reunion and them be like, "How was your relationship with your dad?" And him be like, "Oh, he wasn't the guy I thought he was." You know what I mean? He started to want things because like he had to fly him out
Yeah.
and put him in a hotel room, and I'm
Mhm.
like, you know, I hope they have found something and they have a good relationship. But I feel like doing that on camera was like the worst that you could have done. I feel like you should have taken time not on film to have these conversations.
I agree. I think, if anything, that he kind of like wanted to do this to sway public opinion. I think he didn't like where the narrative was going of him, his relationship, his outlook. And I think he used this as like to kind of push the narrative in his favor.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not either.
Call me
Him and
heartless,
Gavin
but
both. Like Gavin is more like he's the pot stir. Like Gavin is like tries to be the shade queen, but Kenny like tries to just produce the whole narrative.
he does. He does try to produce the whole narrative. I feel like we should play a little keep it cute or put it on mute.
Yes, let's do it.
Keep it cute or put it on mute. Nick's suit for the wedding.
Oh God, it was not cute. That
Put
was
it
mute.
on mute. Keep it cute or put it on mute. Frank the Milkman.
I don't know enough about him. He was kind of
Exactly.
mute it.
Put it on mute. Keep it cute or put it on mute. Gavin.
Mute. You.
Gavin.
You are trying way too hard,
Gavin, when are you going to tell everyone that you secretly love Kenny and your real issue was with Whitney and the fact that she made you move out? And I mean, we're getting there.
You're still wearing his pants.
You're wearing his pants and his belt and
Telling everyone.
even Kenny's like, I've been friends with you for 15 years and never borrowed your clothes. That's like, come on. And he is the one who's grilling Owen about Danielle and not being divorced. And then is the one that's like, Kenny's going to be headed for divorce. And like, he just makes these snide, bitchy little comments in the corner that one day he's going to be completely like blindsided. I feel like when he gets held accountable and I'm going to be like, are you kidding?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just get that vibe, and I feel like his reckoning is coming.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be getting his comeuppance for sure.
Uh-huh.
And if you think that Kenny should be getting his comeuppance as well, make sure you remember to like and follow and subscribe.
Yes, and I don't feel like we got enough Georgina or Lindsay in this episode.
I forgot that they were even on the show. I'm not going to lie. I was like, what?
I know,
yeah.
And they're two of my faves, so we need to do better about that production.
Less Kyle
we
and
know
Amanda.
You're cutting and editing.
Yeah. More Georgina and
Lindsay.
Yeah, I was like,
Hub House. Come on. All right.
Our main character.
Well, thank you guys for listening to Reality in 5D with Matt
and Courtney.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.